Hello, my name is Sergio Prieto. I'm the managing partner of Mind Technologies, and today we're doing a follow-up video on a recording we did last year in regards of best advice on how to select your Epicor service provider when you're doing an Epicor implementation and when you're looking for Epicor services. On that video, we talk a little bit about the issue with recruiters in the Epicor space, which has become a main problem right now, and it's really becoming an issue for a lot of companies there. And the main reason why we wanted to dive into it a little bit more is because we're a certified provider, but we also operated as an uncertified provider for quite a while. And eventually we decided to join the partnership program with Epicor, and it's been great for us. And we're seeing a lot of problems right now with companies coming to us that are having issues with resources that were acquired or were contracted through a recruitment agency. So here's the main problem that we see there. When a company is hiring or looking for an Epicor service provider, they have three main different options. They can either go directly to Epicor Professional Services, they can go to an Epicor certified provider such as ourselves, or they typically will go with an Epicor provider that is not certified. Those are the three main options. Over the past few years, there's been a new trend in the Epicor arena where you have recruiters get involved. And what a lot of people don't understand is how recruiters truly work. You're basically having somebody serve as a brokerage firm between yourself and the guy who's actually doing the work. Now, that person who's doing the work is probably a freelancer. A lot of times, or most of the times, recruiters will be working with freelancers. And they don't have them as employees, so they don't offer them full salary, they don't offer benefits, they don't offer anything like that. So the freelancer is really there based on the rate and the amount of money that they're making out of that one project. At any point in time, that freelancer gets a new project. At any point in time, the freelancer gets a new engagement. They jump ship right away. Why? Because they're getting paid by the hour and they're looking for more cash. So it's very, very understandable. Now, what you got to think about is if you go to a recruitment agency, you're basically dealing with somebody that is representing themselves as an Epicor certified expert. They said, I'm an Epicor certified consultant, I'm an Epicor certified selection professional, I'm an Epicor specialist on recruitment. They use all sorts of crazy terminology. But reality is, the person that you're talking to and the person you're believing and trusting that you're gonna find the right resource is somebody that has probably never seen the product in their lives. They have probably don't have an idea of what a BPM is. They don't know what a Service Connect is. They don't know what MRP is. They have never seen a VAQ in their lives. They have never done an installation. So there's no possible way that they're going to be able to do the selection for you in the right way. They basically are going through a checklist with a list of questions that they wrote up on a notepad when they were talking with you, and that's it. But they cannot manage and really gauge whether or not a resource is expert on anything. Why? Because they themselves are not experts on anything. So how is a person that has never seen a BPM in their lives supposed to know when somebody's able or capable of building a BPM themselves? So that's the main issue, right? You're trusting somebody is going to make the right selection for you. And that one person who's making the selection doesn't really have a clue about what they're asking. They're just basically asking out of a piece of paper and they're trying to check all the boxes and make sure that the person says yes. I have personally taken calls with recruiters when they reach out to us trying to offer us projects. And I have represented myself as a financial consultant, manufacturing consultant. I don't know anything about that. I'm a technical guy. But I've been able to just answer all those questions and they basically say yes and pass my resume. So that just tells you how weak the recruitment process is. Now, on top of that, the other problem here is that you're not working with a company. You're working with a recruitment firm that is then hiring a freelancer. So if that freelancer gets sick, if that freelancer gets another job, if that freelancer just gets bored, there's no control about what that one resource is doing. They're there as long as they can, and then they will eventually jump ship. It's inevitable. So that's a very, very big issue for a lot of companies, because if you have a battery project or you have a large implementation and you're trying to find a resource that will be able to help you through the entire process, which will probably be about a year, you have no control when you go to a recruitment agency. There's nothing behind that one person. If that person gets COVID tomorrow, if they get the flu, if they just don't want to go to work tomorrow, there's nothing the recruitment agency can do. Why? Because they're not their full-time employer. They're just subcontracting that person. So that's why our best advice, it's always to go find a consultant firm that will do the recruitment for you and build a team that you may need, but they will hire that person as a full-time employee. They will hire that person on their staff. If you go to a recruitment agency that does not have people on staff, they're just going to go and find a freelancer to do the job. So try and find a consultant firm that has a staff already in place, and if they don't have a staff already in place, have them find the right talent for you, but have them do that as a consultant firm, because that way that work, that project that is being done by that firm has the backup of the entire organization, not just one person. That's our take on that. Hopefully this is helpful for you guys. We're open to any questions. Please reach out if you would like to talk about it, but please be aware of recruiters. Thank you.